All right, and welcome back to the Georgia Farm Monitor and to a very special edition of Meals from the Field. Special because for the second year in a row, we are honoring this year's Pantry Pride recipe competition. This, of course, the second year for the Pantry Pride recipe competition. It happened back in October at the Georgia National Fair. The competition sponsored by Arby's Foundation, Georgia Food Bank Association, and Georgia 4-H. Joining us right now, the man himself, this year's winner, Austin Wiggins from Monroe County. Austin, so glad to have you. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Welcome to our kitchen. Marcia, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Ray.
As always, I am joined by my good buddy, Marcia Crowley, as well. Take us back, Austin. Take us back to the Georgia National Fair when you were cooking your recipe. Was that a stressful time? Because it's important to note there was like 25 finalists, and Austin won out of all those finalists, okay? So that had to be a stressful time for you. Take us back.
It was a little bit stressful, you know. I was just, you know, working hard, focusing more on making sure the onions weren't turning too brown or the dough was not getting, you know, bad. You know,
bad or too soft
too
or
soft,
anything
too
like
hard,
that.
you know, something along those lines. You know, I wasn't that worried about, you know, the judges walking around. If they asked me questions, I was handling myself pretty well. I wasn't too stressed out about it, but, you know, right when they started counting down from the top 10 down, you know, that's when it starts getting stressful. You're like, oh crap, did I do good? You know. And,
yeah.
You know, I was glad to be number one. I'm glad to be here.
And your winning recipe was the Austin's Southwestern Chicken Pies. And the really cool thing about this is you used ingredients that you can find at a local food bank, and I think the total cost, you know, per person for this meal is what, like $1.13 or something like that? Am I correct? $1.13. So I'm going to let you and Marcia take over, and you got and tell us what we got going on here.
All right. So we got 1 teaspoon of garlic. You just pour that, make sure it's good in there, and then you get 1 teaspoon of pepper. Pour that in there. You get 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And then you get 1 tablespoon of cumin.
I love cumin.
And you know, you just mix it up good. Make sure it's all nice and evened out well.
That looks really good, Austin.
It is really good.
You've got jalapeno peppers in there and
yes,
onion.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am,
okay.
I do. You just want to sit there and let that brown for a little bit. And then for here, you know.
Okay, I'm going to hand you. I'll hand you the cans. Okay?
All right, that's cool. You get some black beans.
Oh, I can smell that cumin right now.
And what Austin's doing, this is a really good trick. He's got a colander inside this bowl, and he's draining everything in the bowl.
You get some chicken. And make sure you get all of it. You know, that's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
That's the good, healthy stuff.
You get
Actually, this was all pretty
corn.
healthy, really.
It is healthy. It is very healthy for you. You get the corn. And you get some green chilies.
And I love green chilies. I could just eat the can of green chilies by itself.
Pretty good.
They're
So
pretty
basically what you're saying, Austin, is if you got some stomach issues or something like that, this probably isn't the recipe for you.
Yeah, probably not.
With all this hot stuff, but
Yeah.
it smells good, I'm
I don't
telling
know
you
if you got some sinus problems, maybe it'll drain
My
it out.
sinuses are open, I gotta be honest.
good. Are we ready to put these in there?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Okay. I'll move this out of your way. That is a very good trick.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna pour it in there.
Kids these days, they think of everything, don't they, Marcia?
They sure do.
And then you'll get some chicken soup. Just.
And it doesn't matter what brand. You can use store brand.
Any kind.
And all of this stuff you said you could typically find at a food bank.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. That's
Yes,
really
ma'am.
good.
Where would you like this to go?
I'll put it right here.
And then you got some Greek yogurt.
Oh, that's Greek yogurt, okay.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was cream cheese.
It's got a little bit of cream cheese and Greek yogurt in there. It's a mix. That's
Okay.
what it says. So, you know, sounds pretty healthy to me.
It does.
Yeah, it's pretty
Heck
healthy.
yeah.
All right, so I think we're ready for this to be off. And
Let me hand you your pot holder
thank you.
so you don't burn yourself.
Right. And just.
I'm going to move my hands in case you're not a good aim.
Oh no, I'm good at aim. I promise.
No, that's me, Marcia. That usually gets
yeah.
stuff all over you when I try to pour it in the bowl.
And I think
Look at
that's
that.
probably not hot. You could
It's not
probably
hot.
just put that right there, yeah.
And, you know, now you just want to mix it up well. Make sure the cream cheese is not into not any thickness too much. It's well evened out, spaced out, and
Kind of melted in there,
Right.
with the hot onion and
right.
peppers.
Yes, ma'am. It's distributed well.
Very good.
Big terms. I like that.
Thank you.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am. I have
You
done.
could probably
done
do
it a
this
couple
recipe in
times.
your sleep, couldn't you?
Probably so. No, I might mix up, those things a couple times, but it'll be all right.
Well, that is really good that you can go to your local food bank if you need to and come up with a creative recipe like this. Something that I'm sure kids love this.
Yeah, they do. My
And your
brothers,
parents
everybody
probably
loves it. Everybody loves it.
I bet you that would have made a really, really good Super Bowl recipe
Oh yeah,
as well.
heck yeah, that'd
Yeah.
make a good dip. Okay.
So it's now evened
I'll
out.
put that right there for you.
You get some crescent rolls. Just make sure that they're pinched up well in the areas that you can cut them open, and then you just get some of that, the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
You get that in there.
You could almost eat this as a dip.
You can. And then that's what you do with one of the extra cans. You make 8 of these, and then with the remaining pie, you just put it in there.
You have a girlfriend, Austin, because any girls watching this, they're going to be going, I just love a man who can cook.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
So how many of these little pocket things will 1 can of crescent rolls make?
4.
4.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. You just want to make sure that the seal is nice and tight. No food will be coming out, and there you go. There it is.
Look at his attention to detail.
I know. And you bake that.
Bake it on 350 degrees in the oven for 25 minutes.
Okay.
And of course, this is what it looks like when it comes out of
Well,
the oven, correct?
you did that
Yes.
with leftover rolls,
Yes,
correct?
yes,
so you
ma'am.
can do it
Just-
both ways.
All right.
Just with one of those, and then the remaining of that.
And then you got the ones that are cut up here.
Yes, that's the final
Look how big
product.
those things are. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
they're nice
too.
and big. They're good.
They are.
They're very
Right.
good.
And you serve it with
Some sour cream or some salsa and some jalapenos
Wow.
if it's not spicy enough.
very good.
Well, Austin, I can't thank you enough for coming in. Once again, congratulations
Thank you, sir.
on winning the competition. And once again, folks, you can find this recipe by logging on to gfb.org/recipe. Again, this is Austin's Southwestern Chicken Pies. Very, very handy, very easy to make, and very, very cost efficient as well. Austin, thank you so much. Marcia, thank you so much.
See you next month.
Folks,
Thank
and
you,
we will see you
Austin.
next
Did a
month.
good job.